Imagine waking up in the year 2050. You open your window, but instead of fresh air, you feel heat, pollution, traffic noise, and a city that seems faster than people can control it. Now, imagine a different future. A city with clean transportation, green buildings, safe streets, parks, better use of water, and spaces designed for people, not only for cars. The difference between these two futures depends on one decision we make today. Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about how sustainable engineering can change the future of the cities. This topic is important to me because I am interested in civil engineering, and I believe that engineers do not only build structures. Engineers also build possibilities, solutions, and better ways of living. One fact that really makes me think is, according to the United Nations, by 2050, around 60% of the world's population is expected to live in urban areas. That means that almost 7 of 10 people will live in cities. So the question is not only how are we going to build more, the real question is how are we going to build better? For many years, cities have grown quickly, but not always in the best way. We see traffic, pollution, lack of green areas, high energy consumption, and buildings that are not efficient. Sometimes we think these problems are normal, but they are not. There are signs that we need better planning, better design, and better engineering. Sustainable engineering means creating projects that solve today's needs, that doesn't destroy tomorrow's opportunities. It means designing buildings, roads, bridges, transportation systems, and public spaces that are useful, safe, efficient, and respectful with the environment. For example, a building can be much more than concrete, steel, and glass. A sustainable building can use natural light, better ventilation, solar panels, recycled materials, and systems to save water. It can reduce energy consumption and also makes life better for the people inside. That is powerful because the construction sector has a major impact on the planet. According to the United Nations Environment Programme, buildings and construction consume a large part of global energy and contribute significantly to global CO2 emissions. But sustainable engineering is not only big about technology, it is also about people. A truly sustainable city must be designed for everyone: students, workers, children, families, other adults, and people with disabilities. A sidewalk, for example, may seem simple, but it is as well designed. It can make a city safe and more accessible. A park may seem like just a green space, but it can improve health, reduce heat, and create communities. Public transportation may seem like a service, but it can reduce traffic, pollution, and stress. That is why civil engineering has a very important social responsibility. Every project affects real people. A bad design can create problems for decades, but a good design can improve thousands of lives. Another interesting example is the use of recycled materials in construction. Some projects are now using recycled concrete, reused steel, or materials that produce less pollution. These ideas show that innovation does not always mean inventing something completely new. Sometimes innovation means using resources in a smarter way. Of course, sustainable construction has challenges. Sometimes it can be more expensive at the beginning, or some companies or governments may prefer cheaper solutions because they are thinking just only about short-term costs. But this is where critical thinking becomes really important. If we only took out the cost today, we may ignore the cost of pollution, traffic, heat, water, waste, and poor quality of life in the future. In my opinion, the engineering of the future needs three important things: technical knowledge, creativity, and responsibility. Technical knowledge is necessary to design safe and efficient projects. Creativity is needed to find better solutions, and responsibility is essential because engineering decisions may affect society, no, not may, must affect society and the environment for many years. So it's important to be intelligent in our decisions. As a student, I think this is exciting because it means that engineering is not just about numbers, formulas, or calculations. Those things are really important, of course, but the real purpose is much bigger. Engineering is about solving problems that matters for us and for everyone. To conclude, Sustainable engineering is not just a trend, it is a necessity. Cities will continue to grow and the world will need professionals who can build with intelligence, responsibility, and vision. The future city is not something that simply happens, it is something we design. And the question we should ask ourselves is what kind of city do we want to build for the next generation? Thank you so much for hearing me.